Beloved of the Lord, welcome again. This is the follow-up video to Understanding the Wrath of God. Part 1. We are looking at Romans 1:18. This verse also highlights the effect of unrighteousness, which is the suppression of truth. It's interesting to note how Paul links unrighteousness with the act of suppressing the truth. It suggests that when we engage in unrighteous actions or conduct, we are in fact hiding or distorting the truth. So, in essence, this verse is a call to examine our hearts through deep introspection. It's a reminder for us to reflect on our actions and their consequences, to consider whether our actions as born-again believers are in alignment with the truth that we profess, or if they are suppressing it. As we can see, this verse clearly talks about the wrath of God. But what does it truly mean? Firstly, let's understand the wrath of God is revealed from heaven. When we hear the term wrath, it's easy to picture human anger, perhaps even extreme rage. But we must be careful not to project our human emotions onto God, who is infinitely far removed from man in his nature, and holier than we can even begin to comprehend. The wrath of God described here in Romans chapter 1, verse 18, is not a temper tantrum or a fit of pique. It's not capricious or arbitrary, like human anger often can be. Instead, it is a holy and perfectly righteous response to sin and evil. It is a function of God's justice, which is an integral part of his character. So what does it mean when we say the wrath of God is revealed from heaven? Well, it signifies that God's response to sin is not hidden or obscured. It's not a secret, whispered in hushed tones. No, it is revealed. It is clear and evident, displayed for all to see. And its origin is heaven, underscoring that it is not of this world. It is divine, holy, and set apart. It's also worth noting that God's wrath is not a reaction, but an action. God is not reactive, responding in the heat of the moment. His wrath is not a knee-jerk reaction to sin. It is considered, measured, and perfectly aligned with his justice. It is a deliberate act, revealing his holy nature and his intolerance for sin. But here's the comforting part. Even as we discuss God's wrath, we must remember that it is always tempered by his mercy because of the substitutionary death of his Son, Jesus Christ, on the cross. God's wrath is directed at sin, but his mercy is aimed at the sinner who will believe in the Lord Jesus Christ and by faith accept the salvation he offers. While his justice demands a ransom for sin, his love offers grace to those who turn to Jesus Christ, the Son of God, who has satisfied God's demand for payment. However, if sinners reject the salvation Jesus Christ has wrought for them, and physical death claims them in that condition, they will incur the full wrath of God in the lake of fire eventually. They will wish they were never born on planet Earth. Please look out for part 3. Thanks all.